So I'm excited about our conversation today.
No, me too. And I'm not gonna lie, like when I kind of, I reached out to you and thank you for being so generous with your time and your energy because I was like nervous asking you. I was like, let me see if Ruby wants
I
to
don't know
be.
why you would be nervous. It's just
Yeah,
me.
like if you want to be part of a cafecito with United Latinas. Well, hi everybody. I'm Heidi Romer. I'm a board member with United Latinas, and I'm very, very happy to be here with our special guest, Ruby Garcia.
Hey, hi everyone.
Ruby,
Let us know
introduce
where you're
yourself.
listening in. Sure, I'm Ruby Garcia. I'm the founder of Ruby Garcia Coaching. I'm a visibility and leadership coach. I'm a hypnotherapist, a speaker, and I say in every lifetime I want to be born Latina because I'm very proud of being Latina. And my whole mission is really to amplify the voices and the impact and the influence of Latinas. We only are in less than 2% of leadership roles, less than 4% of management roles, and I want to see us in more leadership positions so that we can make greater impact. And so that's everything I'm about.
I love that you shared the data because as I look at this as a celebration to be able to be with you in this time. And then for others to be able to hear from you, learn more about you and the programs that you're offering and the ways you elevate the Latina community. But this is still serious, right? This is still necessary work. This is still real. So I'm happy that you did share the data because the numbers, I was talking about this the other day. The numbers for us, it's always like on one hand, it's always like 5% and less for everything. So you're doing important work, the real work, the hard work, but in a beautiful way that brings everybody together. I wanted to ask you, I love the introduction, but is Ruby Garcia your whole name? Like I want you to introduce are there some middle names that you left out?
No, I'm just Ruby Garcia. That's
okay.
it.
Okay,
I don't have a middle name, so it's just me.
no, it's enough. But sometimes I meet so many Latinas, and like for instance, I'd be like, I'm Heidi Romer, right? But no, it's actually Heidi Monica Romer Santos, right? Right.
Oh,
So like
no, yeah.
we leave stuff out. So I was like, no, let's make sure like we have your whole government name out here.
Just Ruby
Um,
Garcia.
Yes. Tell us a little bit about your culture, your family, where you're from, your heritage, and where you live now.
Okay. So first gen. So shout out to all my first gens. Let me know in the chat. Are you first gen? First gen college graduate, first gen corporate professional, first gen volunteer, entrepreneur. So like first gen everything. My mom is from Guadalajara in Mexico. My dad is from El DF, so Mexico City. So I'm born to two Mexican immigrants, and I grew up in a bicultural home because my dad actually died when I was little and my mom remarried to a Polish American man. So I grew up in a predominantly white conservative suburb outside of Chicago. And actually believe it or not, I know you can't believe that, but my 30-year reunion is this weekend from high school. So they're all getting together.
No.
I know, it's so crazy to me because I'm still trying to figure out what I want to be when I grow up.
Right.
So I grew up being one of the only Latinas in my town. Now there's more diversity there, but it wasn't even like I sat at the Mexican table for lunch. So it wasn't even diversity in terms of Latinidad. There were so few of us, right? And so I was very used to being like the one, the only, or the few. And that followed me into corporate America, but now I surround myself with Latinas everywhere. Like I said, it's really the community that I either participated or have created. And so and now I live 6 years ago I moved from the Chicagoland area to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I know that was a big move. People ask me all the time, like,
big move.
Why did you do that? I literally packed up my two kids in the car and we trekked out here with just whatever fit in the car. So we were like on air mattresses and,
Wow.
you know, camping chairs, and we've been out here for 6 years. And I don't know where we'll end up next. We've been talking about even doing some reverse migration, so who knows, more to come.
Wow, more to come. Stay tuned. I don't I've been to Charlotte like a few times. I don't want to say anything negative about the South because there's so many people that live in the South, but I don't know.
It's a different vibe. It's a different vibe. I had no idea until I moved here. And honestly, I was ready to move back to Chicago because my oldest son had graduated high school. I was ready to go. And, you know, I, but my younger son didn't want to go. And then I was actually working on
You're cutting
opportunity
in and
there
out a little bit.
to do some political work. And
Oh no, Ruby. I don't know if it's just me, but you're cutting out a little bit if you can hear me.
I can hear you now. I think there was like a little glitch, but I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. You were saying that your younger son really was like, "Nah, I don't want to go." So,
yeah, so I'm here and I'm going to make the most of it. And we'll
yeah.
see, like I said, we'll see where we end up because we are talking about reverse migration too.
Wow. Okay, we're going to put a pin in that for this
Yeah.
for the sake of this conversation. I wanted to, I don't have a ton of questions. I have like two big questions, and I know that once you start speaking from your heart and speaking your truth, this is going to be our conversation. And I think it's really important for those that know you, right, and have been part of the visibility challenge, a chance to even learn more about you. And then for those that don't know you, it's like, okay, get ready. Right? So my first question would be, what is woman warrior? Because I've heard from you about it. I've seen it. I've read it. But what is it? Tell the world.
Yeah. So, well, I guess there's two places to start. One is uh, what woman warrior kind of means to me, I think, and then how that's like reflected in my work. So,
What
and
you said. Yes, Ruby.
Okay. Okay.
What you said.
So because there's two components of it, right? So I don't want to just go into like talking about the program, but I'll just say, like, when I first started my business, which was over a decade ago, I sat in a room with a bunch of other entrepreneurs, mostly Latinas, actually, in Miami, and I was building my business. I had just left corporate, and after being kind of semi laid off, and I was laid off, and they offered me another role, but I decided not to take it because I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And so I was developing my business, developing my brand, and that was really meaning like sharing my story. And so before I even had this was before I had a business name. And so in that mastermind of women, someone suggested, like, why don't I name my business Woman Warrior Coaching? And so that's actually how the first name of my business was Woman Warrior Coaching. And really spoke to the resilience, right, of having gone through different obstacles and facing challenges, but still persevering, right? Like, I'm the person, like, knock me down 7 times, I'm going to get back up 8 times, and I'm going to be stronger every single time, right? And so that's how my coaching actually started, was with Women Warrior Coaching. And then I kind of went away because I was doing more corporate work, and I became Ruby Garcia Coaching. And last year I launched the Latina Visibility Challenge, and then which is a 5-day, for those of you who don't know, is a 5-day challenge to leverage LinkedIn. But really, LinkedIn is a very small portion of it. It's really about like leveraging your voice. It's about being in community. It's about how we show up in real life too.
Yes.
And from that, the Latina LinkedIn Lab was born, which was like a deep dive into learning LinkedIn. And I see McCall's on here, who was part of the original Latina LinkedIn Lab, and she's currently part of the current cohort, as well as Woman Warrior. And so when
some great people through your visibility challenge, and McCall
Yeah,
is one of them. So it
she's
is so beyond
amazing.
this thing.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a speaker, like McCall is out there. She's doing amazing work with, her dissertation around psychological safety for Latinas. So definitely connect with McCall.
Yes.
And that's one of the beauties of Latino Visibility Challenges. Like, there's all these incredible women, and I encourage people. Like, I put out a spreadsheet. I'm like, hey, like, if you want to connect with these people, throw your name on here, and let's really build genuine, meaningful relationships.
Yes. Yes.
And so after Latina LinkedIn Lab, the mujeres in the cohort were like, we want more. And it was like, well, tell me, what do you want? Like, and so they just kind of started sharing with me, like, I want to be able to step into rooms that I'm not in. I want to be more influential. I want to be bold. Like, there's all these different parts of me. And I was like, well, I used to run this program called like Woman Warrior Academy. Like, is that something that would interest you? And so from there, Woman Warrior was born. And Woman Warrior Within is my um, coaching community. It's coaching, but it's transformational work. This is where we're doing. Am I lagging? Okay. I was lagging again,
A
wasn't
little
I?
bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Am I on? Okay.
Now you're
I
good.
have everything shut down, so I apologize.
No.
Okay. All right. So Woman Warrior is a place, is a space to do transformational work. It's all about community, though, right? Like,
Yes.
I think so many of us try to do the work on our own. We try to do healing work on our own. We try to grow on our own. We try to step into our power on our own. And I just find that it's really difficult and hard. And especially if we have these, like, any type of like thoughts in our head, or like self-doubt, fear, imposter syndrome, then we
Chatter
get in our
in your
own
head,
way.
right?
Yeah, we get in our own way. We get in our own head. And so doing this like work in community is like, there's constantly someone there to reflect to you the brilliant, amazing, powerful person that you are. They're going to speak to you in that way. And so we're like supporting each other through this community. And to me, like, I know when people think Women Warrior, they're just thinking about like, oh, it's about being stronger, more resilient, more grittier. Mira, ya somos eso, right? Like, ya somos eso because life has made us that way. We don't need to be like, that's not the type of warrior that I'm talking about embracing. What I'm talking about is the difference between kind of that masculine energy of warrior. That's like the get it done, push through, tenacity, right? Like force. And
I'm gonna knock you down.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, and what I'm talking about is feminine warrior energy, which is very different. And I like to use the archetypes, which is Carl Jung's work. And the feminine warrior is all about purpose, empathy, sovereignty, collaboration, no hierarchy, like matriarch, right? Like, we care for each other, and we're like
ecosystem.
We're more powerful together. Exactly. And so that's what Woman Warrior is about. It is about tapping into the, like, that sovereign creator, like queen energy, right? So and that looks different for everybody, but I like to use the example of, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to use the example of Trump and Shane Baum. Trump is like masculine warrior, the toxic, because it can be, there's a shadow and a light side, right? But it's like the fear, the domination, the control, the manipulation. Power is like Shane Baum, like the people, like she's the people's president, right? Like
the light,
grace, the collaboration, right? The empathy, like that's what I'm talking about. And that's pretty much what I'm teaching in the community. And I see Betty's on here too, who's also part of it. And it's the community is everything. That's all I got to say. The community is absolutely everything.
No, I love how you broke that down, and there is a difference. And I like the examples you use because they couldn't be further different, So I'm glad that that's what you shared, and I wonder if people know that, right? Like, so you just talked about, like what is being, oh my God, I heard your dog in the background, and then my computer's moving because my cat is in the background trying to shut this laptop down.
And I
Um,
apologize. We have puppies, so I apologize for that.
No, I'm actually laughing because I hear your puppies, but and my cat is in the background acting crazy, and she's moving my laptop as we speak. So for the listeners, y'all, oh look what McCall said. The Woman Warrior program has changed my life. If anyone is considering, go for it. I will say that too. I did my first and only video because of your challenge. It's like because you told me to. Right? So I don't know if anyone else feels
That's
that way.
hilarious.
Like, this was the challenge of the day, and you're gonna do
How
it. And
about
I
I
did it.
inspired you or I encouraged you? I
Okay,
didn't like make you do it, right?
okay. I like the word inspired. Highly inspired and highly encouraged to do what you told me to do. but but real talk, I would agree that the Woman Warrior program that you have put together, it's actually, it's beautiful, right? And I've seen the comments that women are leaving. I've even seen the differences, even from like day 1 to day 5, how people are showing up. So I think, I mean, that's huge. I mean, like, really huge. We're talking in a week, and you use the words transformation, and I would 100% agree with you. And you left the part out, Ruby. Like, whoever's watching this is free. Ruby is,
So let's clarify. The
yes,
Latina Visibility Challenge is free. It's a
right.
that's the free 5-day challenge. The next one will be, I think, at the end of. I'm actually working on my my schedule for next year. I think it's going to be the last week of February.
February.
The
Okay.
Woman Warrior is the paid program.
Yep.
And yeah, and I love that Bernadette said the divine feminine. And yes, that's absolutely
Mm,
what we're exploring, is the divine
yes,
feminine
Brandon.
and all the different ways that can show up. And I love it. It is like, and to your point, like, if you can have 5 days of impact in a free 5-day workshop, imagine doing that work for 6 months and the
Yeah.
transformation that happens of that when we're going deeper and you're working in a smaller group, and being really held and supported around your project goals, because every individual within the cohort, in fact, tonight we're meeting and everyone's going to be sharing their individual projects that they've been working on for the last 6 months. So it's
Wow.
not just like theory and information. It's about really, how do we apply this to your own life, and everyone's got different projects. So they'll be sharing that tonight.
Okay. So the Woman Warrior program, paid programming over 12 weeks, you said, right? Is that
Six
correct?
months, over 6
6
months.
months. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
because you know what? Real work is not surface,
Yeah.
right? That deep inner work is not surface. It's not something that we're going to cover in 8 or 12 weeks, right? We need time. I bring hypnosis into it. We're using different modalities. We're looking at things from different lenses. And the reason why I'm doing that is because every individual, like, there's going to be things that people gravitate to differently. And so
Yes.
what I'm trying to do is give you a lot of different tools and resources so that you, or every individual, has autonomy in terms of what works best for them. You
Hmm.
get to pick.
So I mean, without giving like away the secret sauce, and you just touched upon it, are you able to go even a little deeper about what that deeper work is? Because you and I have talked about that briefly, though, and you're right, the deep work isn't in a few hours. What can you share a little bit more about that, or even
Yeah.
expand
And
on what you just shared?
thank you. Thank you for that. And McCall and Bernice are on here, so they can feel free to drop their
The Ruby
perspective.
way.
Yeah, they
People
can feel
love
free
you, Ruby.
but listen, it's like, there's really a couple different cores to it. It's really about right, like I'm bringing in hypnosis, right? So we're doing mindset work at the subconscious level, right? Because 90% of our decisions are actually made from our subconscious, which means it's autopilot. We're not even thinking about it. We're not even aware of the programming that exists. So
Wow.
part of Woman Warrior is unpacking some of the programming that exists, because let's face it, some of the programming is garbage, right? There's stories that don't serve us, but we just don't know how to like operate in a different way. So that's part of it, is the mindset. And we do that through hypnosis and through conscious work as well. And then there's embodiment, like who do you want to be, right? So it's not about like the doing, but it's about the being. And so there's the embodiment portion of it. Like if I want to be an influential leader, what are the actions? What are the ways that I'm talking? What, how do leaders think? And then I'm actually like taking that identity on. So it's a lot of identity driven work. Then there is like the practical application, like I said. So individuals, everyone in the program is working on different things. It might be career related. It might be love related. It might be, starting a side business. We've had quite a few folks do new things. And then and then there's like some strategy too, right? So really like, kind of like more of the consulting and like, here's what you need to do, X, Y, Z. And so it's, and I would say the fifth pillar, and I haven't necessarily like said this, but I feel like it's so deeply embedded without having realized it, is it's a lot of healing work too, right? It's a lot of healing work. And the thing is we get hurt in community and then we think we got to go heal it by ourselves. And I think I actually think that's a lie. I think that's a lie that we've been sold. And I'm not saying that like I'm all pro therapy. I've worked with therapists multiple times over my lifetime. I see the benefits. And I believe that healing also comes in community. And so this gets to be a safe space for you to heal some of those wounds that get exposed when we're doing the kind of unpacking and the unlearning and some of this like, negative programming that we've inherited.
So
are you sold? Yeah. Are you ready to join? Starts in October. Let's get ready. Let's go.
Right? Like, so when we wrap up today, I like need all your links because I know people are like, well, because I'm feeling what you just said. So I know people are going to be feeling what you said, and this might be the perfect time, right? So I guess the first question, do you have spots left available for your upcoming cohort? You do. Okay.
So yeah, I do. Yes, I do have spots.
So everybody listening, there are some spots available if this is something you want to do now. And then when you said February, was that the visibility challenge, or that's the next Woman Warrior program?
So the next cohort for Woman Warrior starts in October.
Okay.
And with one Woman Warrior, you actually get access to the Visibility Vault, which are master classes designed around building visibility as a skill. And then February is going to be the challenge. The next Woman Warrior cohort will not be until, because I don't actually think I'm going to be running a spring cohort, because I'm planning a sabbatical for next summer to be, and I'm still working this out. So this isn't fleshed out, but I'm kind of planning a sabbatical over next summer. So the next Woman Warrior cohort wouldn't be probably till the fall or late August.
So it sounds like now or never.
No, this is the time. Hey, and you know what? Here's what I want to say too about it. And this is like, regardless of, this is not to like, turn into a sales call or sell you into the program. But I shared this on a post yesterday, or on a video post. We need more women warriors. Like, regardless of like, and I don't mean like this program, but what I mean is like, we need more women to be stepping into their power. We need women who are in positions of influence. We need women to, be sovereign. We need women who are fighting with purpose. We need women collaborating like the times that we are living in right now are extraordinary, right? They're extraordinary and they're challenging.
Unprecedented. Yeah.
Right. And so we cannot, this is the time where I want to say, like, we need to battle up. We need to
Yes.
battle up. And I will tell you what, if you don't have a community like United Latinas
Yep.
or Women Warriors or some other community. I'm not even saying it has to be any of these. Like, it's, you're going to get exhausted and you're going to wear out. So
Yes.
mujeres, like, plug in. I'm not even saying it has to be any of these, like, but plug in somewhere, because these
Yes.
are extraordinary times and it's going to be really difficult. But when we think of warriors, right, is like sometimes people are going to be on the front line, sometimes people are going to be resting, right,
Mm.
and then there's a rotation, right, it
Yes.
switches
Yes.
off.
Yes.
But the only way that we're going to sustain what we're going through is by uniting and coming together and supporting each other and holding space for each other. And so I think the times that we're living right now, it is more important than ever to be in comunidad, right? And so, like, again, plug into United Latinas, plug into
Yes.
Women Warrior, plug into some of the
Yes.
other organizations out there, but give yourself a community, because I know, I was, like, on a call with some of the mujeres on Friday, and they all said to me, we're just kind of sharing to each other that this community has been what has gotten them through everything that we've
Mm.
been through so far.
Wow. Wow. Everything you said. And even when you said armor up, right? And while those are leading, we have some in the back, right? And we're ready, right? To be like this and to link arms and to move forward. Yeah, I don't even have nothing to add to that because that was truth though. That was really truth. And you know how you just said the ladies were sharing with you that this has been what has helped me get through, right? I can say that for United Latinas. United Latinas has been life-changing for me, right? So I agree with you. Link up, arm up, right?
Yes,
And,
and
and
there's
that's
so
how
many
we move forward.
incredible women in United Latinas too. And I got to give a shout out to Liliana and Sandra, because
Yes.
they're very bold in their approach too, right? And like, I've had conversations with Sandra, and I love her because she's just like completely unapologetic, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we need.
Yes.
That's exactly what we need. She stands in her power, right? And Indiana
Yes.
too. And they have
Yes.
different ways that they do it, but both very
Mhm.
powerful, influential women that
Yes.
we can all learn from.
1,000,000%. And you're one of those women, Ruby. People love you. People are watching you. People are looking for you. People want to be around you, with you, learn from you, walk alongside you too. So,
And I want
I
to reflect that back, that this community has so many amazing
yes.
people that are leading, and some of those that are maybe not ready, maybe don't feel ready yet. But like, and that's my whole point, is like, everybody has a message, everybody has something
Yes.
important of value to give. And
a
even
hundred
in
percent.
Woman Warrior, like, I'm like, Heidi, you have your medicina, right? You have your medicine and your gifts that, like, you're going to share with the world, and are starting to share. Like, everybody has a place, and that's what I think is so beautiful
Yes.
about, that warrior archetype and feminine leadership, is that I'm not the only leader. Like, we all have our space in it. And
Yes.
sometimes, honestly, it's my community that is holding me up through
Mm,
time. You know what I
yes.
mean? Like, they've supported me in different ways, whether it's stuff on the back end, or like providing me with Reiki, or giving me perspective. It's like we all bring something to the table.
Yes. Yes. And I love that. And the one thing I'll say, because I can't, we have to wrap up, damn it.
That was so fast.
Darn it. Darn it. You are, I don't want to say connection queen, but that's what comes to me immediately. And what I mean by that, you truly um really bring people in and uplift everyone around you and give shout outs. And I saw tons of nominations for awards through United Latinas, that these ladies were thanking you, right? And that really is a testament to the type of leader you are. And I love that you've shouted like McCall out, Bernice out, and the community in general out. I love that. And that's another reason why I couldn't wait to chat with you today. And we could keep talking, but we do have to wrap up. Everybody, thank you so much for being part of our conversation. Ruby, thank you for like sharing and doing what you do. And we're gonna add links to the LinkedIn after this, so people can be able to find you and then join your program, learn more about your offerings. And from there, last thing, everybody, October 1st is United Latinas virtual conference during Heritage Month, and it's Own the Moment. So I'll add that link as well. I'd love to see you all there. Ruby, any final thoughts before we end?
Press in, find your community, stand in your power.
That right there. Bye, everybody.
Adios.